Om Shanti, good morning, Diamond Morning, Baba's Murli. Today is the 14th of September 2022. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, this is Ravan's cottage of sorrow. Sweet children, this is Ravan's cottage of sorrow, in which everyone is unhappy. You're now chasing Ravan away. There will then be cries of victory, and you will then all go to the cottage free from sorrow. Question. On what basis can you claim a high status even amongst the subjects? And what is the example of that? Answer. In order to claim a high status amongst the subjects, surrender whatever handful of rice you have to the Father, just as Sudama did. It is shown that Sudama gave a handful of rice and received a palace. However, in order to claim a royal status, you have to study very well and become completely pure. You have to ensure everything you have. And the song of Baba's Murli, at last the day has come for which we had been waiting. Om Shanti. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is also called the Boatman. The Kabaya Boatman is called the Boatman who seats all of you in the boat and take you across. Therefore, the Father is the boatman who takes you across to the other side. In the land of falsehood, there is false income. This is a true income for the land of truth. The other is a false income. Bharat is now impure. Bharat is so large. The world is also so large. It is in the children's intellect that the old Bharat is the old world. What would the Bharat of tomorrow, that is, the world of tomorrow, be? You know how many human beings there are now. There are so many lands. Tomorrow, there will definitely only be Bharat. It will be the divine kingdom. There will be the golden Dwarka. That means that there will be the land of Krishna in Bharat. Lanka wouldn't be there. The whole of Lanka, the whole world doesn't become golden. Bharat becomes golden. Lanka, that is Ravan's kingdom, comes to an end. Bharat becomes Dwarka. Baba says, Bharat becomes Dwarka, which is also called the land of Krishna. Dwarka exists in Bharat. Bharat becomes golden. Bharat also becomes just the one kingdom. They say that Delhi was the land of angels and the bank of the river Jamuna, where Shri Lakshmi and Shri Narayan used to stay. There is then another kingdom in Dwarka. When there is the kingdom in Dwarka, Lakshmi and Narayan are not there. It is then the kingdom of someone else. The capital is on the banks of the river Jamuna. There isn't another kingdom there. You know how that the whole world, Baba says, you now know that the whole world is this old world, including Bharat. It is to be sacrificed in the sacrificial fire of knowledge. This is a big, unlimited sacrificial fire in which the whole old world is to be totally sacrificed. This should enter the hearts of you children. Ravan's world is so large. Rama's world wouldn't be as large. There, Bharat itself will be heaven, and there wouldn't be any name or trace of any other land. This is something to understand. Your intellects have to imbibe this. Today the world is old, and then tomorrow it will become new. You are the Brahmin dynasty. The Brahmin dynasty will then become the deity dynasty. The Brahmins will study and become part of the dynasty number-wise. This is now the Shudra dynasty. The world doesn't know that the father ultimately has to come. Baba has had very good posters or questionnaires made through which people can receive the father's introduction. However, none of them would be able to understand it unless it is explained to them personally. The father tells you, hear no evil, see no evil, dot, dot, dot. Baba says, they have made such a toy of monkeys. You too were like monkeys. Your faces have now changed. Those who have the five vices are called monkeys. They have portrayed an image of Nara. When he said that he wanted to marry Lakshmi, he was told, look at your face in the mirror. They have just made up that story. All of those things refer to this time. Some ask, can I marry Lakshmi? Baba says, first of all, let go of your monkey behavior. Then, why wouldn't you be able to marry her? Baba has made you sensible, and he will then liberate all souls from Ravan's chain through you and take them to Shivalaya, the temple of Shiva, or the cottage free from sorrow. At this time, all are in the cottage of sorrow. You're now chasing Ravan away, and there will then be cries of victory. All the devotees are satyrs. Only God is Rama. People call out, O Rama. In fact, Rama is Shiv Baba. Baba has come and explained to you that only Rama comes and grants salvation to everyone. And notice, not Sita's Rama Baba is talking about. Himself is called Rama. Through Rama, he takes everyone to heaven, which is called the kingdom of Rama. Baba has had many good posters made. You children have to go to the Gita Pashalas and explain to people. We write the Supreme Father, so then ask them what their relationship with the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is. They would definitely say that he is the Father of all. Acha, since we are his children, and he is the unlimited Father and the creator of the new world, we should all definitely go to heaven. Why are we still here in hell, in an impure world? Why isn't the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan? Bharat had the sovereignty of heaven. Now, in the Iron Age, it is Ravan's kingdom. You were the masters of heaven, and there were no other religions at that time. 5,000 years ago, there was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. The kingdom was, Baba says, the kings were double crowned. They had a crown of purity and also a crown studded with jewels. It became Rama's kingdom later on. Therefore, it should enter your intellects that it truly was the kingdom of it was truly their kingdom in Bharat. Lakshmi and Narayan are the first number. In the golden age, there are human beings with divine virtues, and they are the ones who take 84 births. Where are that Lakshmi and Narayan now? They are all in the impure world. The Father sits here and teaches them Raja Yoga. Those who lost their kingdom are once again studying Raja Yoga in order to gain the kingdom once again. You remember that you study Raja Yoga from the Father every 5,000 years in order to claim your kingdom. For half a cycle, it is a kingdom of happiness, and then for the other half, it is Ravan's kingdom of sorrow. We are now once again studying. God the Father comes and teaches us every 5,000 years. God speaks. Which God? They say that Krishna is God. You say that only incorporeal Shiva is God. Shri Krishna is a deity, and so you ask them, what is your relationship with Prajapita Brahma? He is the father of the people, that is. One is Dada and the other is Baba. At this time you have two fathers. Your third father is the one who gives you a body. These are Prajapita, Baba says, these two are Prajapita Brahma and Shiv Baba, the first two fathers. You claim your limited inheritance from your worldly father, whereas the father from beyond this world now says, claim your unlimited inheritance from me. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul comes and makes impure ones pure and makes them worthy of ruling a kingdom. The third question you ask them is, who is the God of the Gita? They say that it is Shri Krishna. You say that Krishna is not the God of the Gita. Prajapita Brahma cannot be called God. Only Shiva can be called God because he is incorporeal, whereas this Prajapita Brahma is incorporeal. Therefore, God is Shiva alone. Baba has also explained that you are Shiv Shaktis, who are an army. You are an army, renounce the vices and become viceless and pure and claim your kingdom. Then this kingdom of Ravan will end. You're now establishing your own kingdom, and you will become its masters tomorrow. Who gave the kingdom to Lakshmi and Narayan? You would say that it was the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who gave them their kingdom, and that he is giving it to them now. Shiv Baba says, I gave you the kingdom previously too, and I am now once again teaching you. All of this will be destroyed. The pure world will be established, and you will then build palaces of gold and diamonds there. You will rule there. This is your aim and objective. So we are becoming Lakshmi and Narayan. This is the highest status of all. Who taught them? It must definitely have been the highest and high Father who taught them. They are now once again studying Raja Yoga, and so they will claim that status in the future. The same applies to you. All the religions will end in a short time. The deity religion is established through Brahma. Destruction of the old world is through Shankar, and then sustenance through Vishnu. Lakshmi and Narayan will sustain it. And of course, Vishnu is the combined form of Lakshmi and Narayan. These things have to be understood. This life of yours is said to be invaluable. You win this lottery from Shiv Baba. Those who claim the first number in a race receive a prize. So, this Lakshmi and Narayan claim the first number. They race faster than you. Brahma is number one, and then there is Saraswati. This is a race of the power of yoga. Baba has explained that in the Golden Age, it is first Lakshmi and then Narayan. Here, Saraswati is the daughter of Brahma. This is why you don't say Saraswati Brahma. First is Brahma and then his daughter Saraswati. They are called Jagat Mata, World Mother, and Jagat Pita, World Father. They cannot be husband and wife. When they go to the Golden Age, their names will change. First is Lakshmi and then Narayan, whereas here it is first Brahma and then Saraswati, because she is the daughter. You now know that you are changing. How are we changing? From human beings into deities. The more elevated the effort you make, the more elevated the status you will claim. It is as though you are changing from beggars to prince. If you study well, you will become kings. If you don't study well, you don't become pure, and you wouldn't claim a kingdom. Shiva gives you your inheritance of the kingdom. If you don't claim the kingdom and don't become pure, you will be one of the subjects. However, even the subjects are number ones. Some ask, how can we claim a high status amongst the subjects? In that case, the example of Sudama is given. He gave a handful of rice and received a palace in return. Those who give a handful here receive a palace for 21 births. This is your insurance. Each one of you insures yourself with God. They give to the poor in the name of God. Some give food, others give wealth, and some even build a building for others. They definitely put something aside for charity. Because they commit a lot of sin, they give donations and perform charity. And so that means they are insuring themselves. According to their donations and their charity, they take birth in a good home in their next birth. For instance, if someone builds a hospital, he would have less illness in his next birth. If someone opens a university, he receives the fruit of that in his next birth. He would have a very good education. That is donating and performing charity indirectly. Now, the Father tells you directly, however much you insure, you will receive the fruit of that for your future 21 births. Then it depends on you how much you do. The Father is the best doer. What would Shiv Baba do with something he took from you? He says, everything is for you, children. People donate to the poor, and so they receive the fruit of that from God. Here too, Shiv Baba says, you give a handful of rice, and you receive the fruit of that for 21 births in the new world. It is up to you whether you claim the Sun Dynasty kingdom or the Moon Dynasty kingdom, or whether you become a wealthy subject or poor subjects, and that will depend on our own efforts. You continue to receive Shrimad through which you can become elevated kings and queens or subjects. You continue to watch all of this as detached observers. The Father says, you can take whatever you want. He is called the insurance magnate. He is incognito. You know that Baba has now come here personally and is giving us our inheritance for 21 births. Baba says, the more you insure yourselves and belong to me, the more right you will have to claim a kingdom. How do you belong to the Father? You say, Baba, I have this and that. The Father says, you say that God gave you everything, that's all. Don't think that anything belongs to you. Don't have any attachment. If you do have attachment, you wouldn't receive a kingdom. Whilst living at home with your families, follow Srimad, and there wouldn't be any attachment. You gave this guarantee, Baba, when you come, I will belong to you. That's what we guaranteed Baba. I only have you. You are now going to the Father, and then Baba will send you to heaven. Baba speaks to you every day. He has now been speaking to you for so many years. Very little time now remains. This is Baba's long boot. Rama Baba is like a long boot for Shiv Baba. Baba has entered this old shoe. He says, I give you children the news of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. I am knowledgeful, blissful, and the liberator. I am the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. The more you continue to remember the Father, the more your sins will continue to be cut away. Acha, okay. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children And the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father, essence Padhana. In order to claim a royal status, follow Srimad completely. Don't have attachment to anything. Make this lesson firm. Mine is one Father and none other. Second point, hear no evil, see no evil, talk no evil. Follow the directions of the Fathers and become worthy of sitting in a temple. Baba's blessing for today. May you control yourself with controlling power and put a full stop as a constantly powerful soul. The awareness of the Father, the point, and you, a soul, the point, makes you powerful in putting a full stop. That is a point. A powerful soul has the controlling power to control himself. Such souls do not control others, but they use the power of transformation to have control over themselves. They have the power to put right anything that has gone wrong. They never ask, am I someone who has to do this all the time? Do I have to tolerate everything all the time? A powerful soul would think, this is not dying, but claiming self-sovereignty for heaven. And the slogan for today, only those who have the specialty of determination in their every thought can become instruments to reveal the Father. Om Shanti. Do have a very powerful day in Baba's remembrance.